All right. How's everybody doing? Hopefully everybody had a good tournament. And this has been a really tough tournament for a lot of people. Just to get the perfect round of the minus 14 and get that back to back. I've had some trouble with it myself. The opening round I got a 26. I dropped 2 on the front, picked it up on the back. Dropped 9 on the front. That was my error. In my practice account, I shot a 29, and I'm currently tied for third. And there's a 29 ahead of us, and then there's a 30. And I had a 30 going, and dropped on hole number 8, and ended up with a 29. But even if I'd have got the 30, I'd still be in second. The person above me has all tiebreakers. So I'm going into this round thinking the same thing. If I want any shot at a standalone win, I have to shoot a minus 31. If I shoot a 30, I don't have that good of tiebreakers. I mean, a 26 and a 13 is not gonna win me a lot of tiebreakers. So I have to shoot a minus 31 to have any shot at a legitimate, just like outright, nobody can beat me win. And if I shoot a 30, it'll just have to see about the bracket. But my goal is to go for that 31. So there's holes we're going to go for it, and there's holes we're not. I'm going to shoot the first 9 holes. If we're playing one of these holes in a future tournament, you can check out, I've played them fairly consistent so that we've perfected the shots. All right, hole number 1. There it is. It's the par 3. And we're going to be using, maybe. Maybe we will be using it. We're going to be using a extra mile and a katana. And we're not really we've practiced all week long, and there's other shots that we could take on some of these holes, but we've picked the direction that we're going to come at it, and we've got our shot down, and we've got serious shots on every hole. We just need to have a little bit of magic. We need to play a really clean round. Just play smart and clean. And then on those holes that we can try and pick one up, we just have to hope that we hit perfect and we got a little bit of luck on our side. It's all going to boil down to hitting perfect today. I haven't practiced at all. I haven't played since I played my other account, so coming in cold. All right, we're on the... I'm doing max and 1 backspin. We're taking the wind out. That's a 3 wind. And we're putting in some curl. Get it perfect. Got a shot, but then again, you always have a shot on this hole. It's not giving us the animation when it goes behind it. So so while that was close, that was like a mile away. That's the thing about this hole, is it's impossible. And if you play this game long enough, you're going to get hole-in-ones in this hole. But it's not a hole that you can repeat it. If your average is 1 hole-in-one per 50 par 3s, then this is going to be a 1 in 50. And you just got to hope that that 50th time was on the weekend round of a tournament. Should have stretched out a little bit before I played. Started it off with a birdie. That's not unexpected. And there are going to be a certain amount of people that don't get. There's probably not very many of those people left in the tournament that have a hard time on this hole. That's why if you enter the tournament and you're low on coins, you can start the tournament off pretty successfully, but when you get the deeper into the tournament you get, the better the competition is, and you start going to shootouts on every hole. And I am definitely not going to waste any hole-in-ones until I get to the last 2 holes. Alright, we're on hole number 2. Let's go remind ourselves. Hole number 2. Okay, this is critical here. This is an extra mile and a katana. And then we already should have that in our bag. Extra mile, katana. Extra mile and a katana. We're going to do plus 10% on the wind, and the wind's been like in the mid 3, so if you like, let's say 3.5, so that would be 3.35 on 3.5, that'd be 3.8. So I've been moving 4. I've been just trying to stick with a 2-ring pull, and I'm trying to get it up there so that I can see the rings without the sand distorting them. I want to get just a really nice 2-ring pull, but if you use the sand, you'll actually do like a 2, and you'll go too far. Hey. So we're 3-6, so we're going to do a 2-ring pull. That's 4. And we just need to hit perfect. We're not trying to do anything superhuman here. We're just trying to get on the green. And I wasn't trying to get that close, but it was going too fast. It wouldn't have went in the hole. I would have rather had it just come in slower and be a little closer and have been farther away from the pin. I want to just be safely on there, and I don't want to have to take some monster putt from down there way down on the edge. It's better to end up even slightly short here in the front, or just on the green about halfway from the front. You don't want to end up right on the green there in the front. Alright, we still got some work to do. See how our opponent's doing. I like that wind. I like where their bullseye's at. It's right there on the edge of that sand. I don't really want to go too far out into that sand. When you've got your bullseye over sand and you're hitting like that, for some reason, I don't know, it affects it. I like our opponent's spot right there. That's a nice spot. Hitting perfect. Eagle. Alright. We got past the first hurdle. So hole number 2 is a big hurdle. If you can get past hole number 2, you can't take any of these holes for granted. So if I say something, I'm not trying to jinx the luck, but I mean, you've got holes here that you're trying to play the right shot in order to pick up. This next hole, it's possible. It's not a high percentage. I actually hit the albatross here in my other account on the back 9. But we're coming into a stretch here, so the hole number 2 is a big hurdle. The next hurdle is really kind of hole number 8. But we got a lot of holes between here and there. All right. That's hole number 2. Let's go check out hole number 3. All right, this is my favorite hole. Okay. We are going to play with our accurate bag, excuse me. Bag number 2, quarterback sniper katana. Quarterback sniper katana. We're going to do a 20% wind adjustment on the first shot. And then after that, there's your just a regular wind adjustment. You're up on the same level. And wherever it's at max club. We're bringing a super accurate club. The super accurate clubs almost hurt you when you're in the higher brackets because you got a 15-mile-an-hour wind and you got a 1 accuracy club. That means you got to move the ring 3 times. Whereas you come there with a less accurate club, it almost helps you out because you only got to move it, it's 2 per ring. You only got to move it 1.5 sets instead of triple tapping it. Ugh. I don't like this shot of hitting it over like that because you come in there with too much speed, you got to use a bigger ball. It's a lot riskier. It's just a layup shot. Okay, there's our red line. We're going to be out about most of the blue. There we go, max in about 4 and a titch. That's a 5 wind. I'm going to put a little bit of curl on it just to bring it back. I hit it perfect. Just nice and easy. We're in the middle of the shadow. And we're actually on the right line in the middle of the shadow. I think that's the first time we've been in the right line in the middle of the shadow. We've been in the middle of the shadow up a little, and I didn't like the angle. We've been hitting the one out there on the very edge all week, and I've got that angle figured out. So even though it's not very far off, because of those trees, it's just what you can get out of it. So and I'm not talking about this person in particular, but I see that what our opponent did. I see people do that all the time. They come here and they try and bounce over that. They've got overpower. They did a thing and they hit the shot and then they're in the wrong spot. You went through all that effort and all that risk to hit a perfect shot, and then you put yourself in a bad spot where you had to then take another risky shot. And our opponent's pulled it off twice, but he's went through a lot of effort to get to that point. Okay. take out 2.5. Great on the inside. We're barely gonna make it over. Okay, there we go. So that's the deal. When you put that topspin on there, it really only takes about 2 topspin. So that's why you can get this hole done with the Guardian. A lot of people come here and don't think they can get it done with the Guardian because it has enough topspin. If you put on 2 topspin on your Guardian, and if you can't get it from the angle that you want down there, you have to keep moving it to the left on that pad until you can until you can get right there and clip that. Clip the rough fairway transition, and then that's where you have to hit it from. I mean, that's why this hole isn't a high percentage albatross hole, because those trees are at exactly the right angle that if you're not in the perfect spot, the trees, it affects, and if you're off from that spot even 5 to 10 yards, you've got a totally different shot. It's one of the reasons I like that hole, is because in one-on-one play, I can beat a lot of people just out on the course. I don't go to shootouts on that hole very often. I mean, if my opponent's on and they get an eagle, because I get eagles on that hole almost every single time. It's a huge exception when I don't. And I made an error on it. I mean, that's the deal. All right, hole number 4. Okay, where are we at? All right, this is a sniper and a nav. Now, I got better balls in this account. So I need a navigator. I need a 1 power ball, and it can't be anything but a 1 power ball. It could be a no power ball. And that put me more towards mid club. So that would change my ring adjustment. Right now I'm towards max and I'm playing it at 1 per ring. If I move to mid club, it's 1.3. But I think I have some 1 power balls in here. Well, maybe I do. I think maybe all these are power balls. That's a 0 power. It's a 4 power. Hat trick is a 2 power. I need a 1 power, and I don't think I have any. That's a 2 power too. I need to buy some of those next time they come out, because I'd have to change my shot right here. And I've been playing it all week, and I know that my ring adjustment's right from where I'm playing, so I'm going to use the nav and just deal with the wind. And I got a sniper. Alright, here we roll. Trying to get it all set up so I can start streaming. Be nice to be able to just stream it out and play the deal. I have to take nature call breaks. All right, we got this. Okay, we got a 4-4 wind with a 0 wind ball. We got a 2 wind ball, so we're gonna have less than that. Our sniper's at 1 per ring. And we're gonna use 4.5 backspin, no side spin. Alright, we want to get about however far that is from the inside of that cup. We want to get that close. Okay, so we're going to use 4.5. with no side spin. And then we're going to put this where we want it. Let's see where our red line is. Okay, so we need to give ourselves enough room. Okay, it's 4 rings. We'll go right there. We're not even going to have to short shoot that one, but we're going to be right up just at the top. And we hit it great to the left. 1 ring great to the left. And we'd have been short even if we'd hit it perfect. Felt like it was going to be a little short. You're probably thinking, well, the ball guide showed you it was going to be short, but sometimes on those holes like this, you come in there when you're using a wood with enough speed, and the way that the green is set up, that first hop is a little longer than expected. Especially when we have that type of wind, each hop is going to be a little farther than you anticipated, and the ball actually ends up a little ahead. And that's one of those holes that if you get too close to it, you'll end up, if you don't hit the flagpole and get lucky and it goes in the hole, you could end up 5 or 6 yards past it. But we are going to go closer to it next time because I'd rather miss and have gone past the hole than miss and be short. Alright, we're on hole number 5. This is a big hole right here. Okay, we're in that stretch where we really need to pick something up, and this is the hole right here. Alright, this is the hole. Yes, sir. We need to get an albatross on this hole like no tomorrow. We're going to be in bag number 1, extra mile. Backbone and a hornet. And we're not even going to contemplate being in our sniper range, so we're not going to worry about it. But we are going to change that out. We're using a Kingmaker. Okay, here we go. We just need to get the albatross on this, and that's what we're looking for on this hole. We're going to be disappointed if we don't get an albatross. We want to give ourselves the awesome layup shot. All right, Kevin. He's in the dirty crew. I am in the Kings of Golf. We're just, our goal as a club is to get 50 people who play in the tournament every week. I mean, that's the commitment. It's about a ring and a half. I'm going to put on a little bit of curl just to bring it back. Isn't it perfect? And the next shot's the one we need to hit perfect. We have to hit this next shot perfect. And I'm hoping that I'm in my minimum long iron range right there, 349. I need to remember these yardages. So I'm at 349 right now, less than 350. I need to find out what that range is. And I can't believe how many times I played this hole all week and I haven't. I think that's the first time I've looked at it. And I'm usually pretty good at looking at those because I want to know, like, hey, oh, that pisses me off. That's BS, man. I mean, that's Dude, what were you thinking? What it? Oh man. I mean, if I thought that they could do anything about it, this would be one of those things that I would send back to Playdemic. Excuse me, because I don't want that eagle. And I'm not asking them to give me an albatross. I'm saying I need you to take that hole off my record so that I can play that again, because that's BS. Because I got a serious albatross shot on that hole. Oh man, that really pisses me off. I mean, that's a hole. Oh, okay. One hole at a time. One hole at a time. I just had a judge roll something against me, and I ended up getting an eagle on that hole. And I'm happy with an eagle. So let's go. Let's exit out. It is bullshit, though. Alright, we're on hole number 6. Okay, this is not a hole that I normally get eagles on. We give ourselves good shots at it every time, and so it's one of those holes. It's almost like the racetrack hole for me. It's like 1 in 50 times I get an eagle here, so hopefully this is the 50th time that I've been to this hole. And we're taking our super accurate stuff with us, because this is a pure layup shot. We're using a katana. A katana. It always cracks me up in the tournament on these holes. We're in the weekend round. Why are you still making that shot riskier by bringing your extra mile to a layup hole? I mean, is it that you have no faith in your quarterback? I'm going to pull back a little from the red line. Okay, we're going to make our wind adjustment. I'm doing a 4 ring adjustment. Isn't it perfect? Alright, and we could put all of that topspin on there and try and get further up that hill, and it opens that shot up and makes that shot a little bit better. But if it's a diminishing return though. If you get to the point where it hits the crest up there and it goes down the other side, if it has any speed at all, it'll roll off into that rough, or you take the risk of it. So I just want to try and get as close to the crest as I can. Alright, we're going to use our sniper, and we're going to be in about mid-club. I'm going to try and use less backspin and just try and guide it to the hole. And do a full, or mid club is 1-3, so there's 3-9. I hit it great on the right. And we ended up great to the right. So I have no idea. Every time I come to this hole, the last like 3 or 4 times I've been on this hole, I hit that shot great. So I have no idea But I was putting on more backspin and I was up. So I'm actually closer to minimum club right there. And with that wind, no, I think, yeah, you never know, because I didn't hit it perfect, so I can't tell. That close to eagle. He was a lot closer than me. But I would have won the shootout. You got to look at it every single time you come to a green where you're in regular play. You're playing one-on-one. And I know some people will put up the little frowny face, like, hey, what are you doing taking all day? I'll tell you what I'm doing taking all day. I'm setting the shot up. And by setting the shot up, if I hit this shot perfect, it's going in the hole and I'm smoking you. You guys should send a Facebook request to, it's on Facebook, it's 77 Jackson is the account, and send friend request to me so we can be Facebook friends and do that in the game, and we can friendly. I like playing friendlies because the deal is that it's not about winning or losing. It's about going out there and, hey, we can try out those shots. So if you get on a hole and you go, wow, this hole has a trick shot, pull out the stuff and practice it. And if the other person wants to learn how to play that shot, then they practice it. So you're trying wild stuff. And if you do that stuff enough, you'll have that shot in your bag. Right. Yeah, I think this is a shootout. It is a shootout. So I'm not going to try and hit a hole-in-one and take any wind out, but I can make it from there in case it's not a shootout. Sometimes I'm talking and I'm not paying attention. And what you don't want, I've done this, and I saw Tommy do it one time too, and I felt for him because I did it once before that. I was playing and thought I was at the shootout, and I forfeited, and I was actually still in the game, and ended up getting a bogey on a hole that, what? Oh my God. Horrible moment. All right, we're on hole number 7. I forgot what hole we were on. That was the problem. I was talking and not paying attention. All right, we're on hole number 7. We are going to get a hole-in-one on this hole. And I'm going to keep playing the shot that I've been playing all week, even though it's not the shot I normally shoot on this hole. Just because I'm convinced that I can make this shot. And it's a katana. And we do have some 2-power low wind balls in here. So we're going to pop out one of those bad boys. Now we're using more than one side spin, so we're going to have to find a better one than that. Because I don't know that we've been using all of the side spin. We've been using a lot of it though. And I don't think any of the rest of these are, I think everything else here is a power ball. That's a kingmaker in disguise. Yep. So my choices are a hat trick ball. Let's try it. Hole number 7. Okay, This is a shot right here. We got a hole-in-one shot right here. We just have to hit it perfect. We need to focus. We need to set the shot up quickly so that we can spend more time in front of the needle. And I cannot see how people can do those types of winds adjustments and have any faith in that. Okay, we're at 1.9 per ring. You're right against the red line. Yeah, that's 1 9. 2 9's about a ring and a half. Now we hit it great to the left. We would have been short. Damn it. Okay. That was not how we wanted to go through that run. We wanted to go through that run and have one up. We didn't want to just be shooting, trying, still be going for the minus 14. We wanted to be up one on that. And we were in the right run to do it, and we did not get it done. And we got the shot for this next hole. I'm going to look at it just so you can see it. Alright, I got this. All I'm going to need is an extra mile and a Titan. Let's quit pussyfooting around with this hole. Yep. I need to pay more attention to what's going on out in the community. That's why I really like the old forum. Is that, you could be on that forum and you could see stuff that was on there and you could comment on threads and you could go back to them later. And there was some problems with some Chinese place trying to sell porn to college porn. They'd bombard it. Okay, 3-3. That's about a ring and a half. Oh, slow down. Oh, that's not what I wanted. And that was with no overpower, nothing. And what I did was, I've been putting my orange ring up on the rough down there, and I didn't want to get any closer than 2 rings away from that rough. And I moved it in a half a ring, and that half a ring changed the ball dynamics down there drastically. if you hit it great to the outside, it would end up kind of in the old perfect shot. And I got a really unlucky bounce there. That's when it scooted across. But we got this shot in our bag. We're going to have a long Nirvana shot. As long as we set it up right, we got a really good shot at it here. We would have just rather had a shot from the fairway or the fringe. Oh, I hit it so far off, it's not even funny. Oh, we probably could have hit that great and made it in if it was just a one ring great. Damn, this hole has gave me problems all week. I've missed it on one side or the other all week. I've made it, and when I'm on, I'm like, all right, that's a great spot. And then I do that same thing, and I'm in a worse spot. Our opponent got the eagle. Nice shot. Nice shot, man. Oh, man, we just that shot right there just ruined our round. I mean, we can never recover from that. Anything that we get right now that recovers us from that just put us one behind on the other side. So you can't recover from any mistake in these tournaments. The competition is just too tight. You have to it has to be a perfect round. You know, my other account I shot 43 shots, and that was one shot too many. I made one bad shot that required me to have to take another shot that I didn't get lucky on, and I didn't make it. But that was pitiful. The last several times I've had those shots, I don't know, I've hit good on them. I don't know what my timing issue is with I'm usually pretty good with my sand and my rough iron. But I haven't been using my rough iron very much because I've been in the fairway. I mean, I've only had to use it once. If you don't use it, you lose it. I guess that's the deal. Alright, we're on hole number 9. And we're going to go for albatross on this because we've got to pick up that shot that we just dropped on a hole that we wouldn't normally get an albatross on. Alright, I got this firmly in my mind. Extra mile, big dog. I'm gonna tighten. How many of those I got? I got a few of them. Okay, that should be all I need. I'm not even bringing my putter with me. I'm leaving my putter at the clubhouse. I played golf with a guy one time. He came out there and I think he had a 5-iron, and he played every shot with a 5-iron. He was trying to get used to hitting his 5-iron. I'm going to tell you what, he could pound that 5-iron. We're a little shy of 3. I mean, just a tit shy. We want to be about 2 rings out. We're at 2.9, so that's about a ring and a half. Everything with the extra mile seems like it's a ring and a half. Isn't it perfect? I'm going to be close to 360. Yeah, that's good. We're right in the zone. I think you can go farther than 360, but if you're between 350 and 360, you got the shot that we're going to try and take here to go for albatross, and it's going to be like a 1 topspin shot. And we're at 2.1 per ring. Oh, our opponent is going to pray right now that we hit an albatross, and I'm going to be pissed if this guy forfeits like the guy did earlier. I missed a great shot for albatross because my opponent, I was in the spot. Okay, we're at 2-1, so it's a little shy of a ring and a half. And you hit it perfect. Hit it perfect. That was a dead center perfect too. Man, we were pin high. We were that close. It's hard to tell with that club, and I moved it in just a little bit because it's been going more to the other side. But that was a serious shot at it, and we didn't hardly have to do any effort at all. We actually did a layup shot to the front with our extra mile with only 3 topspin, not even 3 topspin, just a tit shy. And just a little teeny adjustment right there just for distance. So I know a lot of people have had problems with the hole number 9, but hole number 9 to me is another one of those holes like hole number 3. A lot of people don't like that hole because it's hard to get an eagle on it, but if you're good at getting eagles on those holes and you don't have to put out a lot of effort, it's all about the ball there. You can't, if you land on that hole, it's hard to tell when you go first. But if you go second, and your opponent used a lower ball and you got the right clubs in your bag, you can switch to a bag that's got a big dog. And I'm starting to get some lag. All right. Eagle. So we ended with a minus 13. That is not where we wanted to be. I don't want to know what the people above me have. We got at least one minus 14 that we can see in our mirror. And Bill got the albatross. What did he get? He got an extra when he got number 2. We're supposed to get 2 and we're supposed to get 3. We're supposed to get 5. Oh, he shot a 14. He just shot the 14 we're looking for. And we blew hole number 8. It's been our weakness all week. Hole number 8 has ruined us all week long. Hold on, I'll be right back. Alright, I needed a bathroom break. Alright, we're back on hole number 10, so I'm going to